Good morning. Welcome to my Friday morning video blog. Thank you for all the questions. I have quite a few, so I'm going to try to hurry it along. Number one, is there a difference between psychic abilities and mediumship? Absolutely, there is a difference. Psychics do not have to be mediums. Mediums have to be psychics. You begin by opening up to your intuition and your psychic abilities and gifts, but mediums have to raise their vibration and spirit has to lower their vibration so that they can connect for long periods of time. It's not to say that a psychic cannot connect to loved ones on the other side. They can, but it may be for briefer moments than a medium that could possibly go on for hours. Number two, what kinds of meditation can be used to align your chakras? Is there another way to align your chakras besides meditation? Well, there are many meditations out there. Online, you can look up chakra balancing, chakra meditations. You can align them simply by thought, by putting yourself out in nature, listening to the sound of the wind and connecting yourself to the earth, connecting yourself to spirit at the same time. It's all done by thought. Everything is done by thought. You can align your chakras by having a healing, by possibly going to have a massage. Just getting yourself in balance and centered will help to keep those chakras aligned. Number three, have you ever heard of people hearing angels singing, bells ringing when a loved one passes, a high vibration being repeated, chanted by angels during birth or death? Well, I personally have not heard it, but I have had many people that have written into me, students that I have seen, and clients that have at one time heard celestial music, not knowing where it was coming from, out of nowhere, sometimes during ceremonies and other times during meditation or just being. I believe that it is almost as if someone that passes and comes into this life is being celebrated. It's not a bad thing to pass. You're going home, and there is always a big celebration when you get there. So I'm going to guesstimate that that's what it means, that they're heralding the welcoming of someone passing and going home, and the welcoming of a new soul coming into this life. Number four, what are your thoughts on pendulums? Is it safe to use them? Well, I have a pendulum. I do use it. I use it sometimes for healing, to check if someone is in balance. And as per the previous question, I use it to check chakras. I also use it to balance the chakras, see if they're out of alignment. People using them randomly without any form of protection, it's very similar to using a Ouija board. It's directing you, spirit is connecting with you. You must always use protection and grounding, and always ask that any entity that you're connecting with is from God's white light, and then you'll be okay. Number five, I see hummingbirds and they remind me of my grandmother. Is this a coincidence or is this a sign? It's absolutely a sign. Your grandmother or any loved one that's passed, they are not the hummingbird, but they utilize that hummingbird or ladybug or bumblebee, something unusual, the cardinals, a bluebird. They will utilize it to let you know that they are there with you, that they're around you. Always pay attention to the signs. Number six, when you're anxious, how do you clarify what it is or who it belongs to? Why do I pick up on other people's stuff, emotions and negativity? How do I get rid of it? Should I pray? Send light to the situation? Well, okay, let's see. This is a mouthful. When you're anxious, you're probably an empath. I've talked about this before, but it always deserves repeating. An empath is someone that does get very anxious. They suffer from anxiety. They feel their heart rate increase when others are around and they're picking up emotions. Sometimes when spirit is around, it doesn't have to just be people. An empath needs to protect themselves. They need to protect their solar plexus with some type of a shield, an imaginary shield, especially when you go out in crowds. How do you get rid of it? Well, you get rid of it by taking care of it beforehand, before you leave the house in the morning. Make sure that you connect with spirit. Surround yourself in God's white light. Ground yourself into Mother Earth and put your shield on your solar plexus. And the chances are you're going to have a much better time and much less picking up of other people's energy. As far as praying or sending light to the situation, I send light to everything. I send light to every dark situation that I can think of, including terrorists. I send light to any situation, whether it's a court situation, whether it's a hospital situation, whether any negative situation that I pick up on, I am sending light to it. Light is your best and most powerful tool. The more light you put out into the universe, the quicker the darkness will disappear. Thank you for writing in once again, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Have a great day.